Hey guys, I'm in a different room today. The one I was in last time had people in it today, probably doing something productive. Have you been watching WandaVision? Isn't it just so romantic?
Dead! Dead! Dead!
Everyone loves the heroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're hot, they're dreamy, they're sexy, but nobody ever really gives any care towards the villains. Every bad guy deserves some love too. I printed out cards of the villains that I was gonna go over in this video, but the printer printed it both sides, and printing in color cost money, and I didn't want to spend more than I had to. Also, some of the ink rubbed off on some of them. This is so unprofessional. When it comes to dating supervillains, you're going to have to lower your standards a little bit, but even with our lowered standards, there are still some villains that are just completely undateable. Like the Red Skull, for instance, who is an actual Nazi from World War II. Joining the Red Skull in the undateable tier, we have the Supreme Intelligence from Captain Marvel. The Supreme Intelligence is the mastermind behind the entire Kree race, and they appear to you in the form of the person you most respect. Imagine you get all dressed up to go to a nice date, and you walk through the door to the restaurant, and standing opposite from you is like Abraham Lincoln. Running out the list of the undateable tier, we have the Ebony Maw. Now, if you don't remember him, he is one of Thanos' henchmen in Avengers Infinity War. Ebony Maw is the guy who will bend over backwards doing things for you, even if you don't necessarily need him to or even want him to, which might seem nice, but he will expect you to have feelings for him after he does it, and if you don't, he will get very mad at you and definitely like rant on his private Twitter account or something, which is maybe the most realistic threat on this list. Moving up from the supervillains who are just plain undateable, I think everybody on this list is probably gonna have some major red flags, but then there are the guys who just, the red flags are just their only personality. Ironmonger, inferiority complex. Yellow Jacket, inferiority complex. Mysterio, gaslighting, also inferiority complex. The only thing Ronan the Accuser knows how to talk about is inflicting 100 years of free justice on Xandar. Ronan, I cooked this nice meal for us. Can you stop talking about Xandar for 1 second? Caecilius, he's gonna leave you for Dormammu. Everyone knows it. You're just a consolation prize. Malekith, the only thing I could find about this guy is that he is a dark elf. I don't know what that is. Ego, he's afraid of commitment. The one lady that he decided to actually stay with, he was so afraid of getting into a committed relationship with her that he gave her a tumor. That's not a joke. And finally, Killian. I don't know if you've seen Iron Man 3, but if you have, I feel like I don't really need to explain this placement. Now we can move on to the second category, the man that wasn't a very good relationship category. The Abomination may look big and strong, but it's all just steroids. His backstory is that like he wanted to get stronger even though he was already like the best soldier because he just felt like emasculated by the Hulk. He's just like a giant green Lance Armstrong. Jan Rog. There's this archetype on Twitter that I call men. Like whenever you see somebody tweeting about like how like some guy will just be this like really like this toxic like patriarchal dick. Jan Rog is men. Loki, generally very like conniving and is probably only using you for some reason or another. When I was a kid, my mom said her favorite Marvel movies were the Thor movies because she said they were really well made, and I was really confused. Mom, if you're watching this, I get it now. Also, I'm sorry for swearing so much. Rounding out this tier, we have Ultron, a robot who is strangely religious and keeps telling us about how we're all going to die. And that's just Twitter. Penultimate tier before the most dateable Marvel villain. The villains who you'll have a fun time with them, but you probably won't survive. Whiplash. I don't care how kinky you are. Those will kill you. Hela. Hela is the MCU's goddess of death, and how that translates into movie form is that she can make sharp things appear. Thanos makes all of his followers call themselves his children, which is, you know, I mean, if you're into that. Also, on the other side of this card, I have Vulture, but like, come on, he's married. Finally, Killmonger. I think what people forget about Killmonger is that in the movie Black Panther, he has a girlfriend, but the second she becomes an obstacle to him, he just fucking kills her. You didn't even try! Before we get into the most dateable Marvel villain, the top of the list, I just want to give a special honorable mention to Ghost. I don't really have like a bit for this character, I just think she's really cute. And finally, the most dateable Marvel villain, drumroll please. We have Zemo. His backstory is that his family was killed in the Battle of Sokovia, so he dedicated his entire life to taking down the Avengers, even though he's just like a normal guy, and that's just so romantic. How the fuck am I gonna end this video?